What's going on, Bolt fam? I'm sorry for the mess in the back. I haven't had too much time on my hands. Um, I'm just gonna rant on this video, and I ended up removing the videos I'd made last week because you know what? I was mad, and I hate that some of what I felt at this point can be true, but we're also in a place where everything has just gone wrong. I normally take Sundays off of work because I skip making money so that I can watch my Chargers play most of the time because I'm invested. I love seeing it play by play, but I started taking up Sundays again because you know what? For the first time, and I think since we drafted Justin Herbert, I am burnt out, man, as a fan. And don't get me wrong, like when I say this, I'm still a fan. I love my team and I'm gonna be a fan. I picked this team. There's no switching, right? I can't do it. But I'm officially burnt out, man. Like I'm tired of caring and like having a game like this just ruin your day. And it just sucks, man. I didn't even finish the second half cuz I ended up going back to work and it just looking at the end of the score and seeing that, you know what? We didn't score again in the second half. It's just like the most Charger thing ever. I am I'm tired. Absolutely crazy, man. I at this point Dean Spanos, just fire him already. Get rid of Brandon Staley. It's over, man. There's no silver lining in this anymore. Legitimately, there is none. What are we waiting for now? Justin Herbert looks like he's regressing under this regime right now. Kellen Moore isn't what I thought he was going to be. The fact that now that's what, two, three games that we haven't been able to score in the second half with a top 10 QB, a top five wide receiver with Austin Eckler, it's over, man. This was a make it or break year for this team. 3 years ago, the Chargers had an opportunity to take over Los Angeles by drafting Justin Herbert. And year in and year out, I saw the crowds get a little bigger. I saw more people starting to go to the game. But I think the hype has just ended. I don't see people showing up to games like they were starting. Like I honestly thought like it was starting to get better. And I think right now, this team just has to blow it up. I don't know. Like as a fan base, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm so burnt out. Um, I'm still gonna watch when I can and love, but it's just it's rough, man. And especially because I think everyone now sees it. There's no more silver lining. I honestly think at this point, let's just tank. What are we winning for? Rest Justin Herbert. What is the point of risking him now? I don't know whether the finger is really hurting him this much, but if it is, why risk him anymore? There's no making the playoffs. There's no scenario in which I see Brandon Staley turns this around. None. 2.5 years. The fact that you were hired 3 years ago, and in 3 years, we're still playing a division rival as the absolute underdogs, to me is crazy. You've had 3 years to compete with this team. And not only have you only beat them once, and that was off the fact that they benched their starters because it was at the last game of the year. Uh, actually, have you beat the Chiefs? I don't know if you have. Because the one time I remember Herbert beat the Chiefs was his rookie season with Anthony Lynn. Oh man, someone's gonna have to fact check me on that. But if you haven't beat the Chiefs, god damn it, it makes it even worse. The fact that Travis Kelsey, someone you know every time you play him, has bent you over and you let him do it again. 12 catches, 179 yards, and one touchdown. The fact that it was only one is crazy. But you have look, man. I'm not even gonna say defensive guru anymore. I'm done. You suck. But the fact that you allow this man, Travis Kelsey, to bend you over game after game after game, I don't get it. Double team, triple team him. Let anybody else but that man beat you. I cannot stand this anymore. How does this man continue to just grape you every damn game? I don't get it. I understand Kelsey is a stud, but he's a division foe. You should know him better than anybody. And the fact that he just does it again whenever he wants, at some point, Brandon Staley, just clench. Because my God, this man has had his way with you. The fact that we have star players everywhere, and it just means nothing. All this talent has been put to waste with you, Brandon. The Spanos family has let us Charger fans down again. And we have to go through a rebuilding process again. Because you chose to cheap out on a head coach position. You drafted a stud at QB, and you chose to make the worst mistake you could. This man is now regressing under Brandon Staley. How much more are you going to damage him? Are we putting him in a position where can he come back to being and compete in that top 5? Because you've killed all hype for the Chargers. It's over, man. There's nobody's going to care about us anymore. Look, I made this video because I'm just like I was just baffled by what I saw. And it just makes me mad that a team that was supposed to be great offensively couldn't put up points again. In the second half against a rival, I'm so tired, man. Look, I'm sorry, Bolt fam, and I hate to be this negative, but there's no optimism left here. And I don't think there should be none. This team is bad. It's not a playoff team. The talent here has been wasted, and I think we should honestly rest Herbert. Let this season go away. It was a waste. Let's just start over fresh next year with healthy bodies, and that's that. I think next season, honestly, I say this now too because I think the trade deadline is coming up. Just trade everybody. Well, outside of Herbert. Look, I think contract wise, I know a lot of people wouldn't like this, but I at this point would trade everyone, including um, Keenan Allen. As much as I love Keenan, it's just at this point, it just makes sense to start fresh. Unload all the big contracts you can and just start fresh. I know there's two contracts that'll probably be too hard to get rid of, and that's going to be Joey Bosa and Derwin James. But if you can get rid of as many of these contracts as you can, just start fresh, start drafting, developing well. But that also means that in this scenario, you're going to have to get rid of Tom Telesco. It's time to get someone in there with a different vision for this team. It's time to get someone in there with a different mindset. Put this team in a situation where, okay, next year we can build for a coach that wants to develop this team the right way, the way we would, the way it would benefit Herbert to really be able to take the reins, and where we can have some consistency in his life. Because, I mean, my God, the fact that, again, we have to teach him a new offense, we have to give him a new system. He needs some consistency, but in order to do that, we have to get the right personnel in. At this point, I don't see no silver lining with Staley. That's why I think he needs to be fired. Because what are we keeping him for? The fact that we're losing with a coach literally in his third season and we're still underdogs in so many of these games. I mean, there's no more benefit of this. Just get rid of him so we can see what we have in some of the players that we have. Maybe we have coaching staff that may be able to step up to the plate, get a spark under this team, but there's nothing left for Staley to prove. You are an awful head coach. This team consistently underperforms with you. This team consistently does worse in the second half than it does in the first half. This team consistently does not do well defensively. The running game is garbage. And now the worst of the worst is happening, and the QB, the player that we paid a ton of money to, that we need to be successful in order to be great, is now looking like he is regressing under you. It is over. There's no more silver lining, man. There is literally no benefit to this anymore. I mean, I couldn't find a benefit before, but now at this point, what is it? If we're going to lose games at this point, let's lose with the idea that we're going to at least try to find some talent and some of the, roster spots, like depth players that we have. At this point, let's see how Herbert responds under someone else as a head coach. Let's see if this team can actually develop under someone that's actually competent. There's no more developing under Staley. People are regressing now. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen. Um, like I said, man, at this point, like I said, I said fringe top 10 for Herbert, but he might end up there because statistically it's just bad. I don't see anything good coming out of this season. And when I say that, man, like I said, I believe in Herbert, but this coaching staff has let him down. This team has let him down. Our offensive line looks bad again. It's over, man. QJ, I don't even want to talk about it. You missed on that so hard because the fact that this kid is getting zero like attention, I don't even know what his stats were receiving. Quentin Johnson, one catch for 20 yards, two targets. What the hell is going on, man? What the hell is going on? Trade everyone. Don't let Eckler go for nothing. Trade him. Put him in a situation where he might be able to win, get paid. Keenan Allen. I think he deserves to go to a place where he can go and try to win. Just empty the contracts, and that's where we're at. Like I said, I hate to be negative, man, but I tried to be optimistic, and I'll still keep commenting on this team. I was gonna get more in depth with it, but I just at this point is just I'm hurt, man. I'm legitimately hurt. Year in and year out, especially the last few years with Herbert, like I was like, all right, the growth is coming. We are we have so much talent. We're just never healthy. And another year I came in with high expectations and they just again let us down. And I don't blame the players fully, more coaching, but still it's painful, man. It's painful to go through this all the time. So, anyways, look, Bolt fam, stay strong. We'll still keep commenting on stuff. I would love to hear your opinions. I know I am hurting, and yeah, I've been a little emotional in some of my responses, but that's just because, like, man, I care about this team, man. I put a lot into this team. I have every color jersey, man. I love going to the games, and at this point, we're just gonna have to start over and be okay with it. We'll continue to support, but we're gonna have to be quiet for a little bit. There's nothing to build off of this season anymore. But anyways, we'll talk again. I might be at the Bears game, so I'm excited for that. And hope you guys are having a good day. Just stay strong, man. Trust me, I'm taking a lot of shit from the homies from this now, but it's what it is. Not something I'm not. I'm used to it now. I am gonna have this lightning bolt on me for the rest of my life. If I ever have kids, I would like to make sure they have that lightning bolt on their chest, and Hopefully they don't have to suffer through what we're suffering through. So yeah, man, it's been rough. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna log out. Peace.